Niranjan Sahoo, Senior Fellow with Observer Research Foundation, a think tank in New Delhi. India has been increasingly seen as a sort of country that with a lot of success in democratization and also economic growth, it has made any very little contribution in terms of its stature. In a sense, India has, apart from providing technical supports, traditionally it used to do to a lot of countries in terms of electioneering, providing capacity to their election mechanism. India has gradually shifted to issues like taking stand on issues like Sri Lanka, human rights violation. It backed the US, supported even HRC, resolution twice in the last couple of years, and it has taken firm stand on Iran. India has also been at the center of providing funding to many of the Western-led kind of initiatives such as UN Democracy Fund, Community of Democracies. India is in the thick of taking those sort of initiatives to support democracy. Significantly, when it comes to South Asia, India has actually taken very positive steps with regard to Nepal, with regard to Myanmar. Even on the issues of Maldives, India played a very positive, constructive role in terms of facilitating and helping the democratic transition. In fact, India has done a lot of collaboration and cooperation with US and European Union on Myanmar and to facilitate the transition. So this must be seen as a sort of positive development with regard to its traditional foreign policy focus, which was more into non-intervention and sovereign principles. So there is a gradual shift. At the moment, India's major preoccupation is its economic growth, because it has to support a large population, and there is also issues of poverty, underdevelopment for a large country as India. That's number one priority. And then second is geopolitics, the way it's changing around South Asia with the rise of China, and then you have several failed states like Pakistan, which makes the policymaker quite sort of preoccupied with resolving those issues first, and that is in some way hindering any sort of support to initiative like democracy support or promotion. But that apart, I would say there is another major issue which is actually creating a problem for India, is its own nation building initiatives which is unfinished, like almost 1/3 of the territory is ravaged by left-wing extremism. There is issues of governance crisis in many parts of India. There is rising inequality. So these things are also acting as a sort of constraint. Since the signing of nuclear agreement in 2008, which has come out as a turning point in the relationship, there is a lot of synergy on many of these issues like democracy promotion or even human rights issues. India's in fact firm stand against Sri Lanka, which is a very close neighbor, in even HRC should be seen as a sort of positive development of this sort of collaboration. And with European Union, we have a very long tradition of cooperation on many of these issues. But I think this actually would get further traction with this new government under Narendra Modi, which after 30 years enjoys solid majority in the parliament, and he is putting a lot of efforts on foreign policy direction of the country in terms of raising India's soft power profile, in terms of in fact on democracy he's been talking a lot that India is not actually doing enough to encourage its democracy success and feel proud of its own democratic record. So that itself has a lot of implication for its foreign policy, and we should see actually a lot of positive movements in the coming years with a stable government and with a strong leader in control of the government in India.